guys, this is A. Wilson. That ain't who tells like a TI is. If you like my video, please give a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Topic I'm going to talk to you today is about Celebrity Roundup. In this week's Celebrity Roundup, I'll be talking about the Brandy and Monica announcing their tours and being on Good Morning. I mean not Good Morning. Um, uh, this morning on Gail King show. I also will be talking about SZA breaking Beyonce records, her and Kendrick Lamar for the best tour. I also will be talking about the CEO of Red Lobster got Red Lobster out of the red and back into the black. I also will be talking about Keisha Cole going on tour. I also will be talking about Keisha Cole going on tour. I also will be talking about Angel Reese brother signed a big deal with the basketball with the basketball team. And those are just some of the topics that I'll be talking about in this celebrity roundup. Like I said earlier, it says right here, I got it pulled up. It says Kendrick Lamar and SZA's Grand National Tour makes history as the highest grossing co-headliner event with 256 million, surpassing Jay-Z's Run 2 by Beyonce and Jay-Z. And so it's like a lot of people are coming back and like Carly B song say outside and going to these concerts and stuff like that. And stuff like that. And so, like I said, I never did buy any tickets to Beyonce's concerts or anything like that because now they're all online on stream. So whenever I missed, people were putting clips up, and not only the people putting up clips, she was putting up her own clips. And so it was like it was so like that happened and stuff like that. And then over the weekend, Beyonce was in Houston and she did a concert tour and it was going good. And then they showed where the car that she was supposed to be using as one of her props kind of tilted over, and they had to hurry up and rush her down. She was rushed down safely, but you could tell after that that she was kind of shaken up. And you could tell that she was shaken up because when she came back to sing, she was kind of nervous, but then she winged it on out. And I was saying that was very dangerous. And I was saying kind of reminded me almost of that Michael Jackson thing with Pepsi. He kept trying to do all them over the top having lights and all that stuff, and wound up messing him up by burning all his hair and skin. So a lot of times you can have a good concert, but I think you can have a good concert without all the props and pyrotechnics and all that kind of stuff that her and Michael Jackson be using. Now, on another note, like I said, Keisha Cole is supposed to be having a tour. Let me pull that up right quick. I'm back. It says less than a month away. Keisha Cole, the way it is, 20th anniversary tour with Little Kim, Whale, uh, Jaheim, Tank, A. Marie, uh, Friday, and Carrie Hilson and Elijah Blake. So I guess it's already the beginning of July. Today is July the 1st. So maybe she means this later on this month or early next month. Anyway, she's supposed to be going on a tour and stuff like that. And like I said, speaking of tour, uh, uh, it was announced last week that Brandy and Monica are going on the Boys Minds tour. They had been announcing it, a little bit here and there, giving you a little bit teasers here and there. But last week they came out and they was on this morning with Gail King and they talked about their relationship and how they made up together doing the verses and stuff like that. And uh, and they was asking them, was it a real feud? And Monica said no, it really wasn't a real feud. She said her and Brandy talked after the verses and come to find out it was like third parties. Like Monica said, it was like third parties and stuff. And she was saying that people tell her, oh, Brandy said this about you. And then like Monica said before she, instead of her calling Brandy and found out that Brandy was said, she just went with the flow. Oh, Brandy said this about me. Well, then I'm going to say this about her. And then Brandy said the same thing. Brandy said, I really know Monica back in the day, and I was wondering why Monica was talking about me and what she was saying about me. She said after we got rid of all of the stuff, and then Brandy said, yeah. Brandy said, yeah, when you don't have third parties around, you're able to work out stuff, and then Monica said, yeah, because the third parties be the stuff starting out to be. Sometimes it be the record producers, industry and stuff like that. You don't know if them people really saying stuff about you. And she was saying that's what she don't like about these people having these imaginary beefs with these artists, and the artists really don't know nothing about it and stuff like that. And then uh and then the lady asked Brandon, "What did you find out about Monica that you didn't know?" She said, "I didn't know that Monica was very strong and confident in what she was doing and stuff." And then they asked Monica what she learned to find about Brandy. She said she learned to find out that Brandy is very shy and that Brandy is very sensitive. And then Brandy said, "Oh yeah, I am sensitive." And Monica said, "That's why I have to work around it because I know you are kind of sensitive. So I try to make sure I say my words and I word my stuff right because I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings and because I know you're sensitive." So they did learn stuff about each other as far as that. And then later on, when I scrolled down my Instagram page, I saw what Kelly had posted up hers, and she had a picture of her, and she said the Brandy and Monica boys tour. She had her stuff in white, and they had her name big, just like they did Monica and what's it called. And then I saw a lot of good comments on Instagram. Oh yeah, Kelly, that's good for you. It's a good thing for you. And your stuff you hadn't done it. And when I got on X and Twitter, it was like, oh, uh, Kelly is too big to be on that tour with Brandy and Monica. She a big time star. And I'm looking at big time star. And then I go on my Twitter. I said all of these women are Grammy winners, and all these women are big stars and stuff. And they was talking about like Teddy, not Teddy, like Kelly went down and stuff by being on tour with Monica and Brandy. And I was saying, well, all of them was young, but Brandy and Monica and them was out before 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 Destiny's Child got the pop and stuff. So everybody was on Monica and Brandy bandwagon. Destiny Child and them came after them. So if you really want to talk about big artists and stuff, Monica and Brandy was already branded and labeled as big time artists back in the day before Destiny Child even came out. And a lot of people looking at the stuff that Kelly did with Destiny Child, that's fine and dandy too. But that's a good thing. And then Kelly came out on himself and said, "Well, I'm very excited to be on the Boys Mind tour with Brandy and stuff. Those are excellent black women, and we're all supporting each other." And I said, "Ooh, that's right." And then somebody put up a interview that Kelly did about a year and a half ago, and she was saying that yeah, somebody told her yeah, uh, you know, uh, that's a little bit, just kind of little bit venue and stuff. That don't really mean nothing. She was saying it might not mean nothing to you, but that person who got the opportunity to perform at that small venue and stuff, that was a big deal to them because that was an opportunity for them. She said, don't never try to dissuade or persuade or ruin somebody else's opportunity because that might be an opportunity for them. And I was saying, yeah, I'm so glad somebody repeated that and stuff. And then somebody put out how many Grammys that Kelly won, and they were saying that Brandy won at least one or two Grammys after the Boys Mind. But somebody already played that audio. Where Monica said was she didn't look at her career as as being based on by her being winning all these awards and accolades for her success. She said she looked at her success is that her music is timeless and her music lasts through decades and she was doing it for herself and the fans. And I said, you sure is right. And they were saying when they gave Monica that tribute at BET that year, she won a BET Soul Train Awards, which she had never won, and then she won some other stuff. So I was happy for Brandy and Monica. And then after that, kind of warmed over. Money Long put up her thing saying that she was gonna be on there too, and I was saying I wonder if Money Young gonna still use some of June's diary, 1/3 of June's diary on her thing, and then come to find out later on when I scrolled down my Instagram, uh, Crystal and put it up with her and Cheyenne, saying they had a good time singing background for Money Long at the at the It was some kind of festival that they did with them last year because I was wondering that, and so Marty Long was going to be on the stage with them in the tour that was starting until October, but they did a lot of promotional things, and I did like the promotional commercial that they did, where it was like they was going back in time and they showed somebody the recording in the recording studio, and then they showed somebody looking around the recording studio, and then they showed the record playing, and the girl had her headphones on and she was listening, and then they zoomed it back into the future where they showed a picture of Brandy looking all around like she knew what she was. And then they showed a picture of Monica. And then they said, yeah, the boy's mine too. And they played the boy's mine, something like that. So that was a good little TikTok, a short video they did. But I really did like this. And like I said, the CEO of Red Lobster had got them out of the red into the black. I'm going to read it to you right now. Um, okay, I pass it up. Let me slow it down a little because I keep on passing it up. Um, okay, that's some more money long, so she'll be right behind this one. Right here. It says Daily Royal. It says Red Lobster is officially out of bankruptcy and 35-year-old CEO Damala Damala Abbott Abbott I can't pronounce the last name, but I'm trying to Amon Demonsky is leading the revival, introducing seafood, boiled bags, $5 drinks, and people pledging better service, upgrade food, and revamp theories. Now I did one thing on this my last video about how the changes he's gonna do, and I mentioned about the seafood crab, and they were saying seafood crab boil, and they said that was the main thing that brought him out because they've been getting reviews on Twitter, and two or three guys said that for the $40 that you pay, you get a whole lot of stuff. You get shrimp, you get you get two uh, things of corn, and you get some crab legs, and you get some lobster, and you get a whole lot of stuff for that $40. He said that was a family basket, so that's what helped them got them out of the red. And then they were saying something about after the Netflix documentary, uh, the Cowboys decided to pay them cheerleaders much more money because I think they were paying them cheerleaders like $15 an hour and stuff. And they were saying all the hard work and training they have to go through to be a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. Now I have been seeing it on my Netflix recommendations, but I haven't watched it yet. So maybe after this I'll watch it or something like that. And and uh and uh and on another note, I thought the girlfriends was coming back. And then when I seen the thing, and I just seen Tracy Ellis Ross running somewhere like she's running to a studio. And then when I scroll further down, on my Twitter page, I seen where they were just making a patent commercial for her patent products, and I was saying that's nice. And then they said Tracy Ellis Ross said she wants to do like a mini girlfriends. I don't know why they want to do a reboot or not a reboot. I don't know why they won't do a tribute, a tribute to girlfriends and stuff because they have done so many Sex and the City tribute, and then they even did a reboot of Sex and the City. Now, some people say the reboot is good of Sex and the City. Some people say it's not. But I don't watch it because I think it's on HBO. And I'm not subscribed to HBO. But anyway, that's that on that. And I had one more story that I was going to talk about. Um, Let me pause this video and I'll be right back. Okay, this is what I almost forgot to talk about. It says Lakers are signing Angel Reese's little brother, Julian Reese, to a multi-million-dollar deal with the LA Lakers. So that's good for Angel Reese and her son. And then also they said Anthony Winter is stepping down from Vogue magazine, and they said she's stepping down, but she still will be like maybe like a consultant to the magazine. And last but not least, Rihanna was at the Smurf event. She was there with her two little boys, and they showed her taking a picture with the well, they just showed her taking a picture with the with the surf with the surf person. They also showed a picture, I guess, with a fashion designer, her in ASAP Rocky, and they showed a picture of her and ASAP Rocky by themselves. That's all I have for this Celebrity Roundup video. This is A. Winston. That ain't even tells you like a TI is. I am out.